Hello, everyone. By the way, over on YouTube, you've been sitting there for a while. Sorry about that, everyone. So I'm having authentication issues getting
Hello,
to some
everyone.
of the
By the
streams.
way, over on
Oops.
YouTube,
So let me. Well, hey, there's so much latency I have. Anyway, it's a rolling start today because I am having some issues going live on Facebook. I had some issues going live on YouTube, and now I'm going to try Twitch. So. Hello. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had to rehook myself up to Facebook through XSplit and all that, so it took just a little bit. But I believe, as of this moment, we should be live on all the things. So let us see, shall we? There I am on Twitch. That's good. There I am on YouTube. That's great. And, hey, there I am on the Book of Faces and Other Things. Alright. Spending your 50th birthday time here, Matt, over on Facebook. Well, thank you so much. I'm honored. Hopefully I have some good news for you today. I actually do have a little bit of news, so I'm going to get to it as soon as I feel comfortable, making sure that I'm live on all the things. The only thing I'm not seeing is chat on YouTube. Great. Let me try that again. I know people have been posting because I saw it in the one thing, but not the other thing. So let me make sure the thing is where it needs to be. There we are. Hello from Germany. Hi from Ireland. Oh, awesome. Awesome. All right. Hello and welcome to Court of the Rings on this Friday on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I'm Electro's Community Manager Cordova, and I'm going to be with you for the next hour doing some questing. I'll probably, later on in the show, run the Duran's Day event. That's going on right now. I have some news about world transfers. I've got kind of news. We'll see how much I can hint here about other stuff. And I'm here for your Q&A as well. So welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good time. I have been busy. So busy, in fact, that I am not going to be able to do a Lotro beacon today. So let me just say, for the record, I'm sorry. I ran out of time. Haven't even started it yet. And so, as of this noon Friday, I'm calling it. I have too much else I need to do. So I am not going to be able to do a Lotro beacon today. I mentioned that we have got Duran's Day going on. Duran's Day is activated as of last Thursday at 10 a.m. That runs through the 20th. That will be shut off on the 21st at 3 a.m. Eastern. So that runs through next Tuesday. And it's shut off into the overnight Tuesday into Wednesday Eastern time. So, Duran's Day, kind of a fun little event. I encourage you to check it out every year. Otherwise, let's get to the world transfer thing. So I'm going to actually put up a page here. This is our regular world transfer guide, in fact, but I made some changes to it late last night because we're doing a thing today. And that thing that we are doing is we are going to be re-enabling world character transfers here in the near future. Perhaps early this afternoon. Stay tuned. However, there's going to be two things that we need you to know about and understand before we reopen world transfers. Why are we reopening world transfers? There's a lot of demand for it, and we would like to meet that demand. However, there are two things you need to know. That is, a name conflict issue and a kinship housing issue. If you are the leader of a kinship and you want to transfer your character when we reopen character transfers here shortly, kinship leaders must abandon or sell their kinship houses before they can transfer, period. This is something that we intend to correct in the future, but for now, if you choose to do a world transfer, you are going to have to understand that you are going to have to abandon or sell your kinship house before you transfer. Also, name priority on transfers is not currently functioning. What that means is a player who transfers a character where a name is already in use on their destination world will always be renamed. They'll be renamed with a dash number, most likely -1. Theoretically, if there's already a -1, it would be a -2, that kind of thing. The character will get a free rename token, and you will be able to go into your chat and do /change name and then space your new name. However, that new name must not be in conflict. So that means if you are Gandalf and you get transferred and you are now Gandalf-1, you will be able to do /change name space new name, but you will never be able to be Gandalf. Customer service will not be able to help you, and we will not be providing a method by which you will be able to retain that original name in the future. This is functionality we will be bringing back in the future. However, for those who wish to transfer their characters now, you must understand that this is one of the things you are agreeing to before you do so. My suggestion is, if that is a concern of yours, that you not do a transfer now. However, for those of you who don't care about this stuff, we are going to be reopening world character transfers on everything except for the dark worlds, the closed game worlds, probably within about an hour to 2 hours here. So that's, I know, something that has been high on people's let's ask him about it list, and so I'm happy that we were able to actually get you this info today. So character transfers will be back. Shared item transfers will be back. You can find the information over on locher.com/world transfer. And, we just do have those 2 notes about you are going to have to abandon your kinship house if you want to transfer. If you're the kin leader, only the kin leader has to. And if you will get a name conflict name change if there is another character with that name on the server, which happens pretty frequently. So, there we go. All right, let me check out chat. Every time I wear my hair back, I freak out because I think you've cut it. I don't know. Yeah. Nope, my hair is not getting cut anytime soon. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. Thank you. If you transfer one character on your account, will all the stuff on shared wallet also be transferred? So, I would refer you to that world transfer guide, because otherwise that world transfer guide is accurate. Shared item transfer allows for account level items shared between your characters in one world to another. That does include account shared currency, mithril coins, skirmish marks, shared storage, housing storage, wardrobe, and destiny. So there you go. So yeah, I believe that's right. Your shared wallet comes with you. Appreciate it. This is not helpful for people who have been waiting months for names. Understood. Yep. Understood. Ultimately, we were in a position this Friday to be like, well, we can open world transfers, and we know that there are lots of people who very much would like us to. But that does mean we're going to have to do X, Y, and Z. And we had to just really make a decision here. I recognize that it's not what, you would like it to be, and it's what we'll be doing in the future, but at least we can get it open for those who want it. And then try to be as clear as we can about, what to expect. As well. Okay, what else? Yes, congratulations on the successful Extra Life. All right, yeah, let's get to something that's really cool news, which is that, amazingly, just like, what? we hit our Extra Life goal this past week of 20,000. We were at like more than 15,000 already, which was absolutely incredible. And then the donation, from Daybreak, but whatever, through the various studios went through, and that put us over the edge of 20,000. So I guess I need to raise the goal, huh? But that means we've hit our goal already. So all the stuff that's in that group incentive list and what have you is all going to be there. And where am I? Let me actually stop wandering around a bit. The only thing I have yet to do is the gift for the bears, and the gift for the bears is warg pelts. So I need to find some wargs and pick up a few more pelts, and then I'm going to be done doing some of this work here in the flood fills. So I actually did get a couple hours this week to play a little Lotro, and I picked up from where we left off on the book stuff. I got all the tasks done I needed to do there for the Bjorninghus, and now I'm in Limlock, meeting with Leothred and folks like that. So that's mostly what I'm doing right now, and I'll probably just be putzing around doing a little bit of that while I answer various chat questions and what have you. I have actually had a hard time finding these warg pelts. Maybe the chat room can help explain why in such a large area I'm just not seeing a whole lot of wargs. But let me get to chat while I'm there. Anyway, so back to Extra Life just briefly, though, while I talk. Thank you. It was amazing. It's exciting, and it's humbling, and it's fantastic, because that means, once again, the Lotro community comes through and makes a huge difference in the lives of children who need assistance from Children's Miracle Network hospitals like the Boston Children's Hospital that Team Standing Stone Games is raising money for this year's Extra Life. If you're just hearing about this now, go over to the Lotro forums and you can read a little bit about some minor incentives, community loot list stuff that we're giving away. We're giving away some Lotro point codes. We're just going to do random drawings to anyone who's donated at least $10. And we're even going to be giving out an Ultimate Edition of War of Three Peaks here. So that won't happen till later. But we got a whole bunch of stuff that we'll be talking about. And you can find out more about that. If you donate, it doesn't really matter if you donate to me or someone else. If you want it to go to perhaps a different hospital, or frankly, maybe you're like somewhere geographically far distant from the United States and would prefer maybe that it support a children's hospital in your geographic location or something like that. I'm frankly not very picky. The main thing is that you're donating to charity, and that the charity is essentially along the lines of helping sick kids, right? So, but for most of us, I would urge you to please donate to Team Standing Stone Games through extra-life.org/team/SSG. And you can find mine at extra-life.org/team. There you are. Nope. extra-life.org/participant/Jerry Snook. Because that's my name. Last year we were the top fundraiser for the Boston Children's Hospital, and I don't say that because it's a brag. I say that because it underscores just how much difference this makes at a local level to that hospital, right? When they see Team Standing Stone Games, the Lotro community, the DDO community, and the Lotro community, but historically, especially the Lotro community here, right? Because you guys have been doing it for a very long time. They recognize how important that stuff is, and it's humbling, and and really good, so thank you. We're going to be doing Game Day on November 7th, and you'll be able to find out a lot more about that as we get closer to it. We're going to be doing some stuff, I think, with the other studios, not necessarily like together. It's not like we're going to be getting together with the EverQuest team or anything like that. But all the studios that are under sort of the Dave Reich umbrella here are going to be doing game day related stuff. And so I think there's going to be a little bit of a kind of a PR style sort of push a little bit for that, so that we can raise awareness as a group and make some really cool things happen, I think, on game day itself. Alright, sorry, I'm wandering around. I'm trying to figure out how to get to some wargs. I need to get a couple more warg pelts. I'm looking for those Gundabad stalkers or others, but I think it's the Gundabad stalkers, right? And let me check Facebook on that. Creep balancing coming anytime soon. Yeah, good topic. Let me talk about that. So prior to a recent sort of vacation I took, which just happened this past week here, right? We had announced that we were going to be doing some PvMP balance work for our first patch, most likely, our first patch after update 28 here. And so that has led to a lot of questions about what kind of scope it's going to be, what the size of it's going to be, and all of that. So I want to make sure that I get it put into a proper perspective, and I don't want to lead people on or perhaps have them overscope the work that's going to be done. The main thrust of what's going to be done for this patch will be to bring up the creep side to better match and hopefully hit a good sense of balance with the current state of Freep side. That is the goal for Update 28 Patch 1. Obviously, there's a whole lot more that could be done, and I think, we hear passionately, frequently, and understandably from the PvMP community about some of the work that they would love to see us do, and we do still want to do that work. I do want to make sure that we would love to see that work done too. But in terms of what's going to be done for Update 28 Patch 1, our goal is to hit a good sense of balance with the current state of Creepside versus Freepside, and not so much have a wider systemic overhaul of the PvMP system. I don't want anyone's expectations to maybe run away with them in a way that leads us to underdeliver. Okay, so is that okay? All right. Sorry, Eileen Christina wants to know on Facebook. I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't know the answer. I'm just trading blows while I take care of this. I don't know why the premium crafting bundle is not including farming. I will have to look into that. I don't know. It does seem a little odd, doesn't it? Maybe I can get you some information there. Now, how about I not die? Maybe. How about I not die? Let's not die, shall we? Alright. There we go. Thank you. I wish that enemies' creeps could go to more places. Want to buy a new creep class. Cool. Please balance creeps. PvP is so poor at the moment due to bad balance. And I mean real balance, not only a certain morale pool. Understood, Suzanne. That is the goal, ultimately, of this first patch. Is we do want to try to get a much better sense, a much better place of balance between creepside and freepside. But, I've seen some forum talk, say, for example, in the past week or so, which perhaps indicated that there was an expectation we might be doing some kind of wider systemic, overhaul of the system as a whole. You know, something far more dramatic, perhaps, than a lifting up of Creepside in terms of finding a better place of balance here. And I wanted to make sure today that people understood that we're looking at that. That's the goal for our first balance patch. And we do still want to do more than that, but that's where we are right now. Okay. Hey, I got my stuff done, so now let's head back to Limlock. It's a very pretty area, isn't it? Very nice. Now, how do I get back to Limlock? How? How, though? Okay. Do I have to go all the way around? I bet I do. Unless, I think there was a river here. Can I sort of... Oh, there is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I can do it down here. People love it when I do this, right? Yeah, yeah. Ah! Okay. Ah! Crunch. Sorry, horsey. Hey, you're fine. Wah! I YOLO off cliffs all the time. I'm sorry. I try not to do it too much on the live stream, but I totally do. I totally do. Yeah. All right. Oops. I deserved that, let's be honest. All right. Okay, so I've mentioned world transfers. I've mentioned Duran's Day. I've mentioned the PvMP work. I've mentioned that... What else did I do? Kinship update plans for the near future. Nothing to announce today. Any rumors about an annoying bagpipe horn drone bug? Sorry, Barafunda, but I will copy that one over as well. I don't have any... I will need to do some research on that one. I think PvP would benefit more from lag work than balance work. I do... no. It will benefit from some balance work. Probably even more than the lag work that you would like to see us do. But, sure. And we are, especially, I know, for our folks on Evernight who have been experiencing issues, we are actively working on it. We are, like, I mean, this week I saw people discussing and working on it. And hopefully we'll have some better performance for you in the future for those of you running into issues. So I don't want to, like, I don't want to dismiss that or anything like that, but it is pretty clear that some basic level creepside versus freepside balance work be done on PvMP in the near future, and we intend to do that work here for most likely update 28.1. When will transfers from Bombadil be available again? Yes. Let me check to see what the status of that is. Yes. When we reopen character transfers today, there will be transfers from Bombadil to either the US or EU worlds per the way that's been working. So yes, Bombadil transfers will be part of the transfers that reopen today. Squirrel, any plans about the Evernight stuff beyond kind of Evernight is busy? We are actively working on it. And hopefully you'll see improvement in the near future. Any word on the new legendary server mentioned back in April? Well, obviously that's not happening, like, anytime too soon. So, although it was mentioned, you know, in the old producer's letter and stuff like that, it's not happening immediately. So, stay tuned when we get a little bit closer to it. Hey, thank you, Bjorning Guards. That was kind of nice of... Okay. Do we have news about the new expansion? So, yes. Alright, we're sorry. Okay, at 12:29. Sorry it took so long to get to this. I am not in a position at 12:29 p.m. Eastern this Friday to announce when War 3 Peaks Update 28 will be released, as I don't want to interfere or disrupt some other announcement-related plans that are perhaps being done elsewhere within the organization. But War of Three Peaks will be coming out in the very near future, so I would expect in the very near future to hear some information about a downtime for Update 28. And when we do go live with Update 28, we're going to go live with the purchase page for War of Three Peaks, and that is going to have the kind of detailed sort of expansion information that you've been looking for, and you'll be able to make your purchase then if you wish. And that should be going live, like, they'll go live day of, and it's going to have really the kind of sort of expansion style web page that you're used to, with a few exceptions, and that is that we are going to be using sort of a new store, and includes a new store interface. A couple of things to talk a bit about that is that one big change with this new store interface is that you're no longer going to have to deal with applying codes to your account after making an expansion purchase. You'll be logging in to the account to apply the code to. That does mean that when we go live with Update 28 here, it will not be possible to gift War of Three Peaks to somebody else. However, that does mean you won't have to deal with any codes. There'll be no emails being sent with codes that get lost in your clutter spam inbox, whatever. None of that. It'll all be a thing of the past. But what it does mean is that, at least for now, you're not going to be able to gift War of Three Peaks. Also, and we just saw this over on the Dungeons & Dragons Online side, where this week we launched our pre-purchase for our next expansion over on that side, and that debuted this new store interface for the Fables of the Feywild over there. So if you are exceptionally curious, for example, and you wanted to kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like and how it's going to work, you could probably head over there and get a little bit more of a sense of what to expect when we go live with Update 28 here. All right. Yes, we are actively working at this hour to re-enable world character transfers. My understanding is that the formal, okay, and now they're ready, will happen within the next 90 minutes or so. Assuming that all checks out, then we should be ready to flip the switches and make it public within the next couple hours. Will there be any work done on the Guardian? I know that the systems team is well aware of your interest in us doing that work. I have made sure that they are well aware. But I'm not in a position today to sort of make any big announcements there. We'll see it, and it'll be in say, release notes, that kind of thing. But I think, you know, they hear you. They've heard you. All right. How is the cat? Your wife is asking. The kitty is fine. Kitty is doing fine. She wants to be... She tends to know when she wants to go outside and eat grass in the backyard because of the state of the sun going through the window that she likes to sleep in. She is a creature of habit, very much. But now with it getting darker earlier, I get, it's like this alarm that cascades, and sometime here I'm going to be hearing this constant meowing at about 3:30 in the afternoon.
The old dwarf hold of Sundergrot.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, Sundergrot. I have been studying the northern dwarf holds during my time in Erebor.
Cool. Alright. So I've got fortifying, I've got Old Sundgrot, and the other one. Where are these located? Actually, Ursa, wasn't it? But I'm not seeing the... Assist Ursa. Yes, let me assist you. Okay. Make sure. Yeah. Not quite sure why I'm not able to make that happen. Maybe it's just not quite ready yet, huh? And then, yeah, there's Mist Hollow, which I'll probably end up riding to unless I want to just spend a little mithril. Alright. Sorry, I can't answer any DDO-related news on here. I just can't. I'm out of mithril, so yeah, we will do this the other way. I don't have an ETA on Gondor for the legendary worlds of Anor and Ithil. I know that we're currently very busy working on getting Update 28 War of Three Peaks out, in addition to Harvest Math Festival work. And then already I know some work is being done that has to be done for Update 29 already. So I do know that we, you know, have a pretty full short-term schedule that I am pretty positive would preclude us from immediately releasing, say, Gondor on the Legendary Worlds. But I don't actually know what our current timeline plan is for that release. So I will have to... I'll let you know when we get closer to it. Same with race change. We're close on the race change token. I just don't know when we're ready to actually start accepting Lotra points for it. If there is no code, how am I going to gift a War of Three Peaks edition for the donation? So, Minstrel by Night, I work for the Standing Stone. I work for Standing Stone Games. I'm the community manager for Standing Stone, and so I have the ability to go into our store system and create a code to give away for War of Three Peaks. But that functionality doesn't exist in the purchase flow, which is why we are not, not yet able to offer that to you. Okay, where am I going here? Continue to Sundugrut. Okay. There we go. Alright. Please fix guards. Okay. What is happening with player-made chat channels? Why do they disappear? So, we are working on some chat server instability that we believe is impacting both games. And that's hopefully something that we'll be able to address in the near future. We head over to YouTube. Any info on release date very soon. Stay tuned. That information will be provided to you in the very near future, I believe. So we won't be able to buy codes with gold anymore, correct? At least not immediately here. Sundergrot needs a res circle. It's a long ride back there when you die, I bet. One of the things I'm hoping to be able to do here, because War of Three Peaks is coming out soon and this character is level 128, I think I should largely be able to roll into it on day one, which, you know, is something that I know I've received some valid criticism for not being able to do in the past, so that should be pretty cool that on, like, kind of day one I can roll into it with y'all. I don't have anything to announce on a Runekeeper buff. Sorry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. And I am going to maybe die, huh? Don't die. Oh, I got my free, huh? Run away! Run away! Go. Yes, heroic bravery as seen on Court of the Rings. Let me start paying attention here, huh? Yeah. Did I mention a second announcement from SSG? No, I don't think so. I think I've got it all covered at this point. There we go. All right. Whew. Will you ever be able to get your characters from Winfola, Gary? Yes. We apologize with how much time it's taken. That is something that we hope to address in the near future here. And then get transfers returned for the currently closed game worlds. We recognize it's been a very long time on that. The reason is they haven't been updated to the more recent server tech. That works is still outstanding, and until that work is done, we don't want to. We can't reopen world transfers, so that is working. Something we are working on in the near future. Any news on river hobbits? No, no. I wish maybe people didn't think we were actually doing river hobbits. I've not heard of any plans to do them. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying I know that was kind of made the news as something that we were maybe going to actually do, but it was just a what-if question asked to Sev during one of the player meetups. All right. The question you're asking, Eric, is multifold. Are guards going to be viable again soon? We do want to do work on guardians. But you say, will there be viable in endgame raids like Remor Chant? Hopefully. You know, we do intend to do some work on Guardians in the future. We tend not to try to balance around a specific popular piece of content. It's generally better to be a little broader in scope than that. So I tend not to like to be like, yes, in Remor Chant you will be the best thing ever. But yes, on the Guardian work in general. That's right. I have not yet traveled to Durensday. I mean, I know I'm all the way in Sundergrot here, but I will definitely... I want to make sure I get that done before the end of the stream. Or at least head over there. Maybe not. Maybe I should make you guys wait. You can see it yourself. Oh, it is cool. Oops. Oops. Yeah, you know what? That's good. Let me actually do that then. I think I need a few mithril in order to really get this done though. So let me just drop a bit of mithril on the screen if I can. Yeah. Mithril, because I didn't get any before the show, so there we go. Do that. Then I'm just gonna go right over to the collection here and go to Erebor. I haven't been here yet on this character, right? Then make sure, yep. Okay. Head out the range this way. If you're low level, you may want some help. You could get some mobs attacking you. For the most part, I've taken last night I took my level 70 in just fine. I pulled a little aggro, but it was not a big deal. In the past, I've taken a character even earlier. I recall, once on stream here, get whomped by a bear or moose or something, didn't I? And that was at like level 46, I think. So you do want to be a little careful before heading out this way. But for the most part, with just a little bit of kind of careful aggro mechanics, or aggro management, and placement of your physical person within the game world, you should be able to avoid most issues here. You're going to be kind of looking for this here, which is this sort of post, if you don't know it. And then you'll follow it up the stone path. That's one crowded UI to keep track of. I'm not real good at keeping tabs of my UI. I need to be better about it, but... Alright, so, generally when you're first showing up here, you'll see this sunrise. And then you will stick around and see the text show. All right. The general idea on this is like my lower section here tends to just be my quicker skills, plus I want to make sure I get my battle frenzy up, right? And so I just kind of have like Blade Whale and that 1 to 5 because I tend to do 1 to 5. And then these are generally kind of secondary ones that I don't get to quite as much as I should, maybe. But also I want to do the horn ones, the attacks a little bit together. So I've got like the Mighty Blast there. And at the very end I've got my range attack if I need it. My Champion's Challenge and like my shake off stuff. Yeah. Oh, I actually need to accept this. Yeah. I keep forgetting on this character because I got all these old things that are just kind of hanging around. So I keep forgetting to do that. But we have time. I think... Yeah, I already did that one, so I don't need to worry about that. So all I need to do is just kind of hang out then for this thing to proc again, which should happen pretty frequently. And there we go. Alright, that'll give me a chance to look at chat. So then I've got my more powerful attacks that I want to do that tend to unlock on a control 1 to 5. Although in practice I tend to use a combination of left hand 1 to 5 and my right mouse, which is why I have, and I know a lot of people don't play that way, but whatever, I do. Why I tend to have a lot of my other skills kind of backed up in the lower right corner here is so that I can sort of have 2 lines of sight. One is my character here with my quick attacks, and then on the right is the ones that either I'll do with control or alt, but frankly more often do with oh, I didn't get the proc though. There we go. Okay. So that's generally why my UI is the way it is. And then on this side, I tend to organize it very loosely by attack buffs, active kind of buffs I might be using in the midst of battle. The ones, this line here, generally trying to put my, I guess I need my morale back, or I need to get the heck out of here. And then my top line right now is just a filler space. And then I use this other corner here for mounts and pets, because I like to have those things out. And then I use my lower right for teleport and getting to places, and then whatever else ends up falling there. So there's my highly detailed and, pro level UI layout. For all you wannabe pros out there, who want to know how us professionals do it. I need my cure pots there as well. Yep. Yeah. Alright, so we got 3 minutes left. What else do we got? Alright. Belly 3 Verger, we do not do it the way other games have sometimes done it, and we do have separate purchases for most of our expansions. Over the years, there are some bundles that have been made available, like the quad pack, that kind of thing. But we don't just sort of a buy one, get all prior scenario, no. Is it safe to transfer when you own a premium personal house or not? Yes. Yes, Minstrel by Night, it should be safe to transfer when you own a personal premium house. If you're the kinship leader, when we re-enable world character transfers, you are going to need to sell or abandon that house. But if you are not a kinship leader, then it should work just fine. All right. Could Bloom just not? Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to... So I didn't have this issue last night. And my guess is that we have, as you state, either a Bloom issue or a DirectX issue. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. I think that's going to wrap it up with the show here. Hope you had a good time. Hope I was able to provide some decent information to you. We will have information on the forums in the near future about Update 28. We'll have the release notes over on lotro.com. We'll have news in the very near future about the reopening of world character transfers, probably within the next few minutes here. Here's some people on the chat saying that they're already seeing the button, which tends to mean that we've gone live with it. So let me double check to make sure that's true, and then get the word out there. And we'll have more information on Extra Life as well in the near future. Thank you so much for donating to Extra Life. If you have this year, we rocked it. We're rocking it. And actually, let me do that for a final send-off here for the show. I am going to put this up and show you the amazing thing that you all have done. So, this is, look at that, 21,958. This is, look at that, 21,000. Here we go. Oh, by the way, you can also watch this right now. Yeah. Okay. I'm going into the Matrix. No, okay. 21,958 out of 20,000. And I can see, because I'm on the team, that puts us number 13, 13 on the worldwide leaderboards right now for Extra Life. That's an amazing thing. We are almost a couple more slots here once we get to and we're almost in the top 10 as of today. Now, let's be real here. We're probably not going to end up finally in the top 10 by the time game day is done. Just because those totals really go very, very high. But right now, at this day, almost cracking into the top 10 thanks to your support for Extra Life is amazing. And much appreciated, and sounds like a wonderful way to wrap up the show here today. So thank you very much, everybody. I'll talk to you next Friday. Remember, no Lotro Beacon today. I'll have one next week, and I will see you again soon. So... bye-bye, everyone. Have fun.